Hello students, in this video I will discuss the NCERT question answers from the story The Address. So let me start with the very first question. Here I quote, "Have you come back?" said the woman. "I thought that no one had come back." Does this statement give some clue about the story? If yes, what is it? You all know by this time that it is in the very first page only of the story, The Address, and it has been told by Mrs. Dowling. So let's continue. Yes, these words by Mrs. Dowling to the narrator shows that she least expected such a visit. She had presumed that all of them were dead. She here means Mrs. Dowling. She thought that everyone was dead from the protagonist family, or we can say from the narrator's family. This led to the conclusion that the story is set against the tragic circumstances of a war. And which war? I already told you all, it is related with the Second World War, in which families lost their lives and belongings, particularly Jewish families. They not only lost their lives but also their family members. The statement tells us that the narrator and her family at one time lived in that area, and secondly, the clue that the war has brought about a lot of destruction, and it seems that Mrs. Dowling was not expecting anyone to return to her house to claim the belongings, because the war had caused such a massive destruction, or destruction to a large extent, that Mrs. Dowling never ever thought of that someone might come from the family of Mrs. S. I am moving on to my next NCERT question. The story is divided. This is a very important question. Actually, to be very honest, this is a broad question. The second question that I am about to discuss right now, it is actually a broad question. So let me continue. The story is divided into pre-war and post-war times. What hardships, actually hardships means difficulties. What hardships do you think the girl underwent during these times? Now, the girl means the narrator of the story. The story, The Address, is divided into pre-war and post-war times. Pre-war, before the war; post-war, after the war. There are clear indications of the hardships or the difficulties which the narrator, a young girl, had to undergo. Undergo means had to face during these times. The girl came from a rich family. The family had a lot of valuable belongings, and the name of the girl's mother was Mrs. S. Her full name has not been given in the text, only the narrator's mother was referred as Mrs. S. Then the war broke out. Mrs. Dowling renewed her contact and started visiting their house. She took away all their possessions on the ground that she wanted to save all their nice things in case they had to leave the place. And Mrs. Dowling was very smart enough. She realized that it was not possible for a Jewish family like the narrator's family to survive the war. And the Nazi Germans, they are very ruthless. They might destroy and dismantle everything. So it is better to take those precious belongings. That was the reason I told previously also. That was the main reason why Mrs. Dowling renewed her friendship with the narrator's mother. Not for the sake of friendship, but to possess those precious belongings. So let me continue. She took away all their possessions on the ground that she wanted to save all their nice things in case they had to leave the place. After the war was over, things became almost normal once again. Now the girl was living all alone in a rented house. She wanted to meet Mrs. Doling and ask for the valuables. When she went to meet Mrs. Doling, she found that Mrs. Doling was using her mother's things recklessly, and she was not careful about preserving those precious belongings that once upon a time she had taken from the narrator's mother. Even she told a lie regarding those things to her daughter also. She told her daughter that the narrator came to know later from her daughter only that those things were actually been brought or purchased by her from an auction. So that was totally a false statement, but she told it to her daughter also. That means she never ever told her daughter that actually she brought those things from Mrs. S. She never told it even to her daughter also. Suddenly she lost interest in the thing. She means the narrator. That had belonged to a connection that no longer existed. Connection means the bond that those things shared with the narrator's mother, because the narrator's mother is no more. So ultimately that connection was lost forever. She decided to leave it all behind and resolved to move on. And not only that, she even decided to leave all those past memories behind, and she decided to move on. Now I am moving on to question number 3. Now question number 3 is a short question. Why did the narrator of the story want to forget the address? What was the main reason? Why the narrator of the story want to forget the address? The narrator was very disappointed and disillusioned when she was allowed to enter Mrs. Doling's house on her second visit. Remember it, not on her first visit, but on her second visit. And who allowed the narrator to enter the house on her second visit? It was not Mrs. Doling, because she went to shopping. It was Mrs. Doling's daughter, because just like her mother, she also had a broad back, but unlike her mother, she was still a bit generous and kind-hearted. So let me continue. I already told you that some background information side by side I will provide to you that will help you to clear the concept more properly. So let me continue. The narrator was disillusioned and disappointed when she was allowed to enter Mrs. Doling's house during her second visit. She realized the futility. Futility is something that is futile, uselessness. She realized the futility of feeling attached to her mother's belongings that were kept so distastefully, and it was very difficult for her to establish a connection with those precious belongings, because those belongings were not kept in a proper order also. She just left without taking anything back and felt like forgetting the address, because she would only remember the past. Yes, the important thing is that she decided to forget the address because she decided in her mind that she would only remember the past. But the important thing is that the past memories haunts if it is related with some very close memories of one's own family members. Here it is related with the narrator's mother. So we can presume that she decided that she will forget the address, but we know it is not possible for her to forget the address because the past lingers and the past haunts. Now I am moving on to my next NCERT question. It is a broad question, dear students. Question number 4. The address is a story of human predicament that follows war. Comment. Very important question. Let me explain it. The war creates many difficult and traumatic situations for human beings. Civilian lives faces tremendous upheaval due to war. Civilian lives are totally destroyed during war. The human predicament that follows is amply illustrated through the experiences of the narrator. What sort of problems the narrator is facing? There is a voidness, an emotional voidness in the case of this narrator also, because his family life has totally been destroyed. And most importantly, she lost her mother and her precious belongings also. The war had caused many physical difficulties as well as emotional sufferings to her. Not only physical difficulties but also emotional sufferings, emotional voidness was created, absence of her mother's presence in her life. That was something unbearable for her. It is the real fact. She had lost her dear mother, I already told you all. She went to 46 Marconi Street to see her mother's valuable possessions. She went to 46 Marconi Street to see her mother's valuable possessions. But on her first visit, she was not been allowed by Mrs. Doling, who was very cold and reluctant to let the narrator enter the house. Mrs. Doling was a true opportunist, greedy, cunning woman, very shrewd also. The way she manipulated the narrator's mother speaks high of her shrewd mentality. So I am continuing. Mrs. Doling was a true opportunist who had used the narrator's mother's belongings on the pretext of storing them for safekeeping. She refuses to recognize the narrator and does not even let her in. Later, on a second visit, the narrator was allowed inside the house by Mrs. Doling's daughter. The narrator gets another chance to visit the house. I already told you all regarding this. The presence of her mother's position in a strange atmosphere hurt her because she failed to establish a connection with those precious belongings that once upon a time actually belonged to her mother. And that was the first reason. The second one, the things were arranged in a very haphazard manner. It seems that no care was taken by Mrs. Doling at all. Now these valuables had lost all their importance for her and they had been separated from her mother because her mother is no more. And it seems that since her mother can't take care of these things because she is dead, these things have lost their originality and also their true value. And that is the reason she failed to establish it. She, from her perspective, she failed to establish a secure connection, a peaceful connection with those precious things that once upon a time belonged to her mother. Now these valuables had lost all their importance for her as they has been separated from her mother. She could get no solace, that is peace or comfort from them. Finally, what she decided? She resolved. She had taken an oath, we can say, to forget the address. It was like a resolution that she made in her own mind. She made a promise that from now on I will forget about the address. She wanted to leave the memories of her mother and the war behind. Not only she wanted to leave the memories of her mother, she wanted to leave the war behind also. She decided to move on. The story ends there only. When she decided never to visit the house, she decided to forget about the precious belongings, and when she decided to forget the address, and finally she decided to move on. So that ends the NCERT, some few NCERT solutions that I explained. I hope you have understood a bit. Later you can clarify your doubts. Listen to the video, dear students. Thank you all. Thank you, students.